We had another episode of Double A Talks. We here at Bronx Tale Studios. Definitely, we having a good time, man. I'm here with Franchise once again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, today I wanted to, go into, a little bit of my heritage, a little bit of my culture. You guys see the jersey on. If y'all don't know, this is Ghana.
Yes, sir.
It was just actually Ghana independence this past Wednesday. So 67 years of independence from colonial rule. Man, Ghana is just, it's really developing.
Yes.
I'm gonna be a little biased because
No, I see it does when I call you video chat and I see I'm like, oh damn, it looks nice over there.
I'm telling you, bro.
I always feel like there's always some stigma or some BS that the people's always trying to push a narrative, you know what I'm saying? So to see it firsthand and from your point of view and your pictures and I mean when you out there, it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? That's not what they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's just changing the narrative of just not Ghana but just Africa as a whole. Because through media and through all these things, people would kind of get a negative connotation of Africa. But now with social media, people can actually see
for themselves
what's going on in Africa. So man, it was dope. It was a dope experience, man. I went in 2022. I went to the concert Afrochella, which is now Afro Future. And my cousin is the CEO of that concert. So
VIP treatment.
So it was great just seeing people from all over the diaspora, just different creatives, different artists, just all in this one location, just networking. So that was amazing within itself. And this year I decided I wanted to get some content while I was out there. So when I went this year, I went and just did interviews with not just local but vendors from the diaspora as well. It was just, once again, it was just a great experience, just seeing the vibe and being able to just really feel like, yeah, it's good to go to Ghana and have a good time and party, but when I went, it was like I was on a purpose. I went to capture content and try to show Ghana through my lens.
It's a different experience when you're doing it that way than just going over there to just travel or just a vacation or whatever.
Right. Once again, shout out my cousin Abdul Kareem. He's been doing Afro Future. Now it's about 6-7 years.
Wow.
And it's really grown. It's really grown over the years. In terms of people coming in, for example, attendees. It went from 10,000 to 20,000, and I believe this past year was 40,000.
Whoa, nah, my son lit. Those is all big, super big numbers.
I'm telling you, bro. So
those are super big numbers.
I'm definitely proud of him for doing that, and just us coming from that generation of growing up, people kind of was like, man, Africa, y'all some African booty scratches, to now flipping the narrative to where everybody, wants to come to Africa or learn about the culture, which to me is just dope. Because
even the music, people copying it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different sounds, it's dope. It's dope to see, you know what I'm saying? I love it. I ain't gonna lie.
So definitely one day, and
one day we out, man.
One day we out, man. We
shout
out
out to Nana, that's my guy too. I've always been tapped in.
NYC.
Yeah, I've always been tapped in with Ghana, man. That's one of my bros. He's definitely always tapped me in with him.
Right. So just over the years, in terms of the music, right now, let's talk about the music. 10 years ago. Wow, 10 years ago was what, 2014? So maybe you did. Okay, let's say 15 years ago. You didn't hear any, African music on the radio, or, Afro beats, or any kind of Afro pop, Afro fusion. You didn't hear that on, Hot 97, 105.1.
What? I have a question. What record changed all that?
Okay, it was a couple things that happened, right? And I'm going to just break it down here. So the first thing was social media. Now we have the accessibility to be sitting here and listen to somebody from Ghana or Nigeria or Togo. So that now you have that accessibility, right? But I feel like the one track that really broke through, that like people are like, oh, let's keep an eye on this, was I won't even say it was just one track. I'll just say it was just a collection of artists. You know, you got Wizkid, you got DeVito, you got Burna Boy.
Question: Can I tell you which one is for me?
Who?
Joanna.
Oh, Joey B.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's the first record I heard that I didn't fully know the words, but I just liked the record. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was like the one that broke, like, or whatever, but I heard that record everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was a really big record.
The beauty of music is universal. You know, even if you don't understand the language, you can still, you know, enjoy the vibe, enjoy the beat. You know, you feel it. So, you know, when you had those artists who I would say were like, you know, some of the contemporary pioneers, because back then you had, you know, Fela and, you know, people of that time. They really brought in that generation. So now, you know, you go to these local radio stations here, they start playing the music. You go to parties, you start hearing the music, and you know, it was just a wave, and I believe it's still going on. You know, it's just a wave that just
still happening.
Just encompassed the whole music, you know, music atmosphere.
And it's like dope to see like the confidence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like after it broke, it's like the confidence level was where. Cause Nana, for instance, is a dude that, you know what I'm saying, he would he not really trying to sound like no New York hip hop artist. He was cool with having his accent. I mean, even in making his accent more accent in the record sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool to see that more of the confidence level of accepting the culture and what it is, not really following like any type of sounds. Like, cause for instance, Puerto Rico with Spanish reggae, you know what I'm saying? They could say that, oh, that comes from reggae. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's cool. Like, yo, when you create your own sound, they made reggaeton and it built up and they was confident in it, and it just was to see that growth. That's what I feel about you know what I'm saying, about Afro pop or Afro beat in general is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy right now.
Yeah, and it's just like you were saying. You know, I feel like everywhere in the world has their own variation on music. You know, it's just that, you know, I feel like language sometimes is the barrier. Of course. You know, one of those things. But it's just, you know, I could listen to Turkish music and not even understand what's going on. But still just, the sounds, you know, just enjoy the sound of it.
Agreed. You know, there was a French dude I was listening to that I was like, I don't know what he's saying, but I like it.
You know. So yeah, go ahead, bro.
I know it's saying topics this week. I wanted to bring something up that we didn't discuss. It's a sports topic.
For sure.
Did you see Francis
Ngannou?
Is that what I'm saying?
Ngannou. Yeah.
Say it wrong. Sorry.
See, I didn't watch it, but I actually saw the result. I heard Anthony Joshua won.
Yeah. Oh, it was.
They actually fought in, I think it was Saudi Arabia.
I believe so.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. I was like, cause I seen him fight the Gypsy King, and then I was like, oh, he could kind of, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, it was bad, bro. It was bad. So this week with Francis, and Francis is a beast. I'm a big fan of Francis. I heard he was
a beast, man. I heard
MMA. I don't know if you watch MMA, but my son is a beast. You heard? On MMA, you don't want to see my son. He will put you into other planets. He's a beast, and he's a hard hitter. So that's why we felt like. And he used to box. He started boxing. He started off boxing. I believe it was France. Don't quote me. But so we felt like, oh, he could translate. You know what I'm saying? It could translate into boxing. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like how when these MMA fighters are fighting boxers. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, man. Anthony Joshua, bro, son, he put the beast on something different. That was like. It was like you could see that he's not a boxer like that. You know what I'm saying? Like an elite boxer.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know if Anthony Joshua and Gypsy King have ever fought. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was crazy, son. He hit him with some rights that was like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, this week it was crazy for Francis, and you know, much more power to all the fighters. You know what I'm saying? Just to fight alone, you know what I'm saying? That's a big thing.
It's a big thing, you know.
Like that like to have that heart in that sport in general, it's like I'm a big fan of fighters, and And I was just surprised. I got caught off guard. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting that, man. That's crazy.
So you had all your chips on Ngannou.
There's big fight news this week, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't have all my chips in Ngannou, but I didn't think it was gonna go down like that. You know what I'm saying?
You thought
like,
it'd been more balanced.
Yeah, it was straight. Like from the highlight, I didn't get to watch the whole fight, but from the highlight, it looked like third round, second round, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And he got knocked out 3 times.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was like. Yeah, it was kind of bad. It was crazy. This big fight news though is that and Mike Tyson and Mr. Jake Paul are gonna be fighting this summer.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna go into the Ryan what's his kid's name? Ryan Garcia.
Oh, Ryan Garcia
and the other kid, man, because that's just been like pure comedy
Devin Haney.
to me this week, man. I just been watching it and I'm just like,
oh man, yo, I'm not gonna lie. They've been saying these guys are on cocaine.
I mean, the erratic, the spontaneous.
What do you think, guys? What do y'all think? Think?
For me, just the, I don't know, just the actions, just the spontaneous and just the, kind of, I'm like, whoa, what's going on
here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It does seem a little, well, De La Hoya, he always kind of seem a little bit, cokish.
Yeah.
But Ryan, I'm saying, I don't know. He's a little off. Speaking a little off is a little bit funny, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that's gonna go.
I haven't looked forward to a fight in a while, but I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too.
I just like the whole, back and forth build up.
Yeah. I like their fight is gonna be. I like the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan Garcia he's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like he's good, but it's just the antics, the weird internet stuff that always follows with it.
Right.
So we're gonna see how that shit goes. But they saying, you know what I'm saying, that's what they saying right now, that my son is on cocaine. and Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, man, is gonna be the first fight on Netflix, yo.
It's gonna be on Netflix. So live streamed on Netflix.
On Netflix, July 20th, man. I don't know how. I have I guess a question for our viewers.
But do you think Mike Tyson is still,
That's the question I have. Do you consider this like elderly abuse?
Because we got 58 versus 26?
7, I think it is 27.
No.
57-27. So
we got a 30-year gap there. But don't sleep on experience.
No. I ain't gonna lie. Man. Mike Tyson, from the footage, he is an animal. You know what I'm saying? Like absolute beast. And he's one of my childhood, you know what I'm saying, heroes and stuff. So it's like,
unfortunately for me, I didn't get to see him in his prime,
Yeah, I got to.
And I heard that, it
beast. He was. I was a kid at that time, but I definitely got to feel the effects of Mike Tyson, and I used to see him in Parkchester all the time. His grandma used to live in Parkchester, so he would come visit. Yeah, as a kid, I used to run up to his car, all that word. So I don't really want nothing bad to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's really right. That's where this is coming from. So how do y'all feel about the fight? Like, do y'all feel like this is cool? Like, do you feel like Mike Tyson is even prepared for this? Is he gonna win? Who's gonna win? Is it gonna be him or is it gonna be Jake
and is
Paul?
It gonna be a bad? Every L is bad, but you got some L's like your boy Ngannou took the night.
Yes.
I don't know if that's gonna happen in this case.
I don't know, man. I really hope it doesn't. Jake Paul, much power to him too, because he definitely has been following the fighter route. He's not doing like what most influencers do, where they just trying to look like or train for some months or something like that. Like he's dead in it. So you know what I'm saying. I would like for him to fight more boxers. You know what I'm saying, but. More power to him, but I don't want him to hurt Mike Tyson. And if Mike Tyson hurts him, I won't feel so bad. No offense, but you know what I mean. I just feel like I don't really like the fight too much. I'll be honest with you. I don't really like it too much. I'm gonna watch it if it does happen.
Right.
But I don't really like it.
So is it 100% set in stone?
Well, they announced it yesterday.
Okay.
They announced it yesterday. Yeah, they announced it yesterday. So, that's the fight news for the week.
Yes, sir. So now, once again, like, we're both big hip hop aficionados,
Sir.
And one topic that, like, I was just contemplating myself, and I'm like, yo, let's talk about this on air, is how, like, fashion has changed, over the years,
okay.
In terms of hip hop, for you growing up, what changes have you seen, you know, in terms of fashion, in terms of the fashion, hip hop fashion culture?
Oh man, I was growing up in the baggy era, so we had a lot of fabric, unnecessary fabric, and I kind of look at it now, like I have jerseys from that era. I mean, like '90s to late '90s, 2000s. I feel like fashion does it just. It's funny to see how it moves, like how like things are hot, like it goes from super baggy to like slim with, you know what I mean, tight fit jeans, and now I'm looking now it's like tight with baggy, like tight jeans with baggy sweaters,
and that's the thing, because like for me, once again, I was born in '93, so like pretty much early 2000s or whatever, it was the baggy, you know, the Mitchell and Ness, the throwbacks,
yes sir,
and all that. And then as you get to the end of the 2000s, everything gets more fitted and more like, you know what I'm saying? And now I feel like it's a mixture of that, like you said, of the baggy and the, you know, fitted. But I don't know, I feel like more so baggy is coming back.
I seen. Yeah, you're right. Like,
especially with the jeans and, you know, the bottoms and, you know.
Yeah, I've seen the baggy out there. I'm not gonna lie, I seen them coming back from baggy. But fashion, I'm not a big fashion dude. I do respect it, you know what I'm saying, and I could appreciate great fashion, you know what I'm saying, quality, you know what I'm saying, of garments. But fashion, it goes deep, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that they say they follow trends from that we don't probably even know about, you know what I'm saying? And fashion goes deep. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I gotta wear designer clothes and all that cool stuff. You just
go with what you feel is comfortable.
And you know, we talk about how the time periods are like from hip hop, how it translates into fashion, like Columbia raincoats at one time, or Carhartts, or like we used to have extremely large white T-shirts like 5X. You know, so yes, hip hop and fashion do go hand in hand, and it's always been that way.
Because it's like a whole subculture, you know.
Yes.
You know, I see videos of, you know, kids in Japan, you know, with the whole, they're just really deep into hip hop culture, and even other places like, you know, different places, Germany and Europe, and
around the world.
Yeah, so it's just like, once again, that
it's the culture. Yeah, it's the culture. Like the culture, it comes along with that, like dressing the way that we dress. You know what I'm saying? It comes along with all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? I think it's a very attractive thing, and the fact that it's not. I think that hip hop is not everybody could speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Authentically. So when you hear it authentically, you gravitate to it. Work.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I've seen throughout the years, right? Let's say, just looking back, I seen that the 70s, it was more kind of, you know, the bell bottoms. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a little more baggy than the 80s. It was more fitted.
And yo,
and the 90s is baggy. And
we talk about that too.
You know, like it's just everything repeats itself. You know.
It's funny because I think, and Hector could correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But I think that I think DMC changed the way that Run DMC changed the way that hip hop rappers used to dress, because before they used to dress like superheroes. Like they would dress exactly how they saw like disco bands. So they would be dressed like absolute superheroes with leather on and spikes and all this crazy. So I think like when I don't know how true this is, because I think I've seen this in Evolution of Hip Hop, but once they came with like DMC was the first people that actually were dressing like how everybody else dressed at the time. You know what I'm saying? And they were pushing that, like
they were pushing the more contemporary.
Yes, and that became the thing. Like, oh, they're wearing Adidas out there. Oh, so boom, and that became like. So I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, but big shout out to Run DMC, and you know, I think since then it's been pushing what's hot in the streets as the fashion. You know what I'm saying, for everybody else, to be honest.
Right. Word. And once again, we're gonna see a change, you know, within the next decade. So that's just,
who knows?
That's just how it is.
You might wear your clothes backwards.
Right.
We did it. One time we did it.
So
we did it one time. Then I had to hit the bathroom. I was like, I can't help. It was crazy.
So looking forward as we close out for this episode.
Yes, sir.
I just, like I said, I always want people to come away with something from every episode,
Agreed.
Whether it be knowledgeable or something that you could apply to your life.
Yes, sir.
I know you're in the art of music, so for up and coming artists, what's something, a gem you wanna Another gem you want to drop from?
So I will tell them that I have a new song called Soak. Make sure you listen to that. But that song is the gem in that, and the whole song in general is. There's a saying, I think I've seen Tom Hanks say this. It's called "This Too Shall Pass." I don't know if he got it from somewhere else, but this too shall pass, meaning that, and my song is called Soak, same premise, meaning soaking the sun rays and soaking the rain, because either way, life is going to change. It doesn't matter, but you just make sure that you are who you are. And don't live in that moment. Don't let it, this too shall pass means like, if it's going good, don't let that get to your head. If it's going bad, don't let that get to your head. Right. Just keep doing what you got to do. Right. Work.
Yeah, like he said, just keep doing what you do, keep it pushing, keep progressing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We missing a topic. Israel-Palestine.
Israel-Palestine?
We ain't speak on that.
Yeah, we ain't get on that, but you see that one is like
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad. We'll save that for the next episode.
And for me, the thing is, if you can see my page, you see my logo, you already know where I stand. You already know who I support.
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, I just don't like how the media is just portraying one side as like.
So maybe
they're the non-aggressors, and they've been the aggressors throughout history.
Maybe we should have somebody here that can speak for the other side. You know what I'm saying? And dedicate
and I
a whole
definitely
episode.
would like to have someone here, with an opposing view, because I would like for us to. I want it to be dialogue.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. I want it to
agree.
be dialogue. I want it, your point, my point. Mm-hmm. And then maybe come to a middle ground.
Yes, and but where can we agree? Because it is a very, very complex subject that you probably would have to dedicate an episode or two to. Yeah. So yeah, man, we ain't gonna talk about that. It's fine. We could talk about our sponsors.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out our sponsors. Yes. Bronx Tale Studios, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out Hector on the production.
Big shout out to the bro. If you need to get some pictures done, if you need to get some podcast work done, make sure you come through. Holla at Bronx Tale Studios. We outside. You heard?
Yes, sir. Once again, franchise, appreciate you pulling up.
Of course, man.
Tune in for next week on AA Talks.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have some guests, some new topics. Definitely drop your ideas in the comment box. Let us know what y'all what topics you want us to discuss.
Yes, sir.
And we'll further delve into that.
Let us know, man. Again, Mike Tyson,
Talks.
Jake Paul,
man. I think Mike Tyson.
You don't think he's gonna win that?
I don't think he's gonna win that.
Oh man.
So man,
what you think, Hector? Mike Tyson's taking that?
If it goes into the later rounds,
stamina.
We got a problem.
Stamina, yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna come out third, fourth round. If that.
Okay. All right, man. So y'all comment, y'all feel, y'all let us know what y'all feel. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, but it's crazy. AA Talk, we outside.
Son, AA Talks, tune in. We here, we outside.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah. Out.